Well done. We love the spirit. Welcome into the rundown. Week 6 of high school football underway tonight, plus big games on the horizon for UNM football and New Mexico United. I'm Ron Burke.
And I'm Bethany Miller. Ron, week 6 of football in New Mexico did not disappoint tonight as our crew was all over the state. Here's our Sky 7 chopper up above Los Lunas High School. Let's head there now. It was a battle of the undefeated. The Tigers hosting Goddard on homecoming night as we take a look at the view from below as Sky 7 flies above. There he is. Rockets ball on 4th down in the first, but the name of this game would be all defense early on. The Tigers D a brick wall. Goddard turns it over on downs. Los Lunas wastes no time either. Check out the trickery here as Paul Searmans tosses it to Devin Gallegos on the reverse. The senior would have wide open room downfield. Gallegos walks into the end zone untouched as the Tigers take a 7-0 lead. Rockets looking for a spark here. Adrian Solis on the move, looking for a man under pressure. He hits the air. Elijah Romero. That is a catch, and a big one at that there by the senior. We're nearing the end of the first half now. Rockets trying to get on the board, but Solis thrown down by Xander Doyle. That keeps it 7-0 Los Lunas at half. And we're going to fast forward now to the fourth quarter. Ron tied at 14 when Caden Bell changes that.
All right.
That would be the game-winning field goal as the Tigers remain unbeaten. Los Lunas takes down Goddard 17-14. We go now to the Metro. We're out at Milne Stadium. Sky 7 right there, hovering over El Dorado and Albuquerque High. The Bulldogs looking for a big district win on homecoming night. We're going to pick this game up in the first quarter. Eagles up 2-0. Brandon Olivas, the handoff to Aiden St. John. El Dorado's big man in the backfield. That's an untouched right up the gut as the Eagles extend their lead 9-0 over the Bulldogs. Now, Albuquerque High would get on the board, so it's 9-6 in the second half, but defensively, none of these teams would stand their ground, or excuse me, both of them would stand their ground. Isaac Martinez, the tackle on Alessandro Morrison there. The Eagles then on the other side of the ball stuffed the Dogs. Andre Aguirre would go nowhere. El Dorado moves to 2-0 in district play. The final at Milne, 16-6 El Dorado over Albuquerque High.
In their 3-0 start, the Rio Rancho Rams' lowest scoring output, their lowest was 40 points. They were averaging 50 heading to their home matchup with Carlsbad. The Cavemen 2-2 on the season and coming off a loss last week. We picked this up in the second quarter. Rio Rancho already with a big lead. Zach Behill, watch him just dive. He leaves his feet, just dives in for the touchdown like Superman for a 3-yard score, 27-0. So then they line up to kick the extra point up 27-0. What do? They fake it. Dominic Pretty with the roll to Devin Rice, and they convert it. 29-0 Rams. And Behill ran tough. Watch this run like a battering ram. He takes it in from 12 yards out. Bill has a hand in 4 first-half touchdowns as the Rams put it away early. Rio Rancho a big winner, 50-0.
Ooh, they keep going there, 4-0. We head to Wilson Stadium now. We're Volcano Vista taking on Sandia. The Hawks hoping to get back above 500. Volcano Vista on the second play of the game. They're inside the 10-yard line, but Caden Valdez takes the pass, and he does the rest of the work for the touchdown. In front of that beautiful backdrop, too. Hawks on the board first, 7-0. Sandia with an answer. Sean Johnson, the receiving touchdown. What a catch there in the corner of the end zone. Matadors not the game at 7s. Volcano Vista, though, keeping the offense going. Nico Salazar with a nice run there. And later in that drive, another big pass play. This time it's Kieran Cordova. Check this out, the catch and the run into the end zone. The Hawks go on to beat Sandia 47-28.
Let's go to Valencia County, where Bloomfield looks to stay undefeated. Opening drive, we go to work with Valencia quarterback Ray Garcia at the controls. So what does he do? He'll roll left, get the touchdown for the early 7-zip lead. Mike Kovacs, the Bloomfield coach, thinking, we've got some work to do, guys. How do we answer that? How about an Andres Gordo call for a touchdown? Then they tie it at 7. He goes right up the middle and is not stopped. But the Jaguars would take over. Garcia looking to deal. Finds Nate Rodriguez. And what do they find? The touchdown connection. And then Rodriguez again, this time down the sideline he goes, finding his way to pay dirt. 21-7 Valencia. The Jaguars put an end to Bloomfield's perfect season. The final 34-21. In Roswell, the Coyotes, a 29-21 win over Mayfield. This one coming down to the wire. Mayfield with a touchdown pass called back for holding that would have cut the deficit to 2.
All right, Ron, we got more highlights still to come. Plus, is a dynasty in the making in Rio Rancho. We talk one-on-one with Cleveland High School's head coach about going for 3 championships in a row. Well, Ron, the Cleveland Storm have won back-to-back state championships and are looking to three-peat this year.
Yes, Bethany. Angel Salcido spent a day with the team to figure out what makes them the team to beat.
Behind every great team,
good job, defense,
is a great coach.
More air. You're throwing a 2-ball, one 3-ball.
Coach Heath Ridenhour has been the eye of the Cleveland Storm for a decade now.
In 2009, Cleveland was 5-5, brand new school. We didn't know anything about Cleveland. We didn't know what Cleveland was going to be.
Now they've won 4 state titles in 10 years. So what's the key? Coach Ridenhour says it starts off the field.
One of the biggest things we focus on as a staff is player-coach relationships. It's not about football. I think it's these kids understand, hey, he cares about me. You know,
whether it's X's and O's or just a conversation about life, Coach is all in on his players.
I think it's our culture. I think it's how the kids work in the off season. It's how they work together. It's how the coaches interact with them.
And his players are all in on him.
And it's not only the game, like teaching you like life lessons too, and like helping you in life too, not just only the game.
So when times get rough, they go back to what they know.
We tell them, take the cape off. You're not a superhero.
Even if it does take a little tough love.
The drill's happening out here. Of course you can cut it back. The drill's happening on the edge. Just because we're getting loud, we're just getting our point across. They know we love them. The foundation of all this is our relationship.
He watches his athletes go from 13-year-old teenagers to college-ready men.
You invest in these kids like this, when they leave at 18 years old, it's tough.
But Coach Ridenhour just wants his players to remember one thing.
If I'm done in 3 months or if I'm done in another 15 years, whenever I'm done here, I just hope they know that I cared about them, I loved them, I was hard on them because I cared about them. That's pretty good right there.
Angel Salcido, KOAT, Action 7 News.
Coach Ridenhour and the Cleveland Storm will face off against Atrisco Heritage Academy next week.
Great story there, Ron. We head to Santa Fe now, where the Demons looking to get back on the winning track against Manzano. So Monarchs on the receive, opening kickoff. They were a little trickeration here. It confuses everyone, including Matt, our cameraman, but Christian Wild screaming down the sideline. Breaks the tackle from the kicker, then gets taken down by the turf monster. Manzano does not capitalize. They get stopped on 4th and goal. Santa Fe running back then would break free. Ron, that is 88 yards for the score on the second play of the game for the Demons. What a big one at that. Now back to Manzano. It'd be Isaiah Garcia. This time a 33-yard touchdown pass from Jared Melfi. This would be on 4th down to tie the game at 7s. Santa Fe winning it 35-27.
Belen and Capital both 2-2 on the season. Capital quarterback Julian Munoz will escape pressure, break tackles. Nice gain on 3rd down, but he's shy of the 1st down. So Capital's going to set up the punt, but they're going to fake it on 4th down. Javier Martinez picks up the first to keep the drive alive. Capital running back Francisco Diaz then takes it in from 3 yards out to cut the Belen lead to 27-14. So what's Belen going to do? Belen's going to respond. That's what Belen's going to do. Sam Tibbs, they call him Mr. Tibbs, runs it in from about 30, big ones out. 34-14 the score. Belen takes a shootout, 47-30 over Capital.
Well, Lobos football team turning its attention to the next challenge, that Saturday's road date with UTEP. Both teams 2-1 with a win against common opponent New Mexico State. UNM has to make its 34-0 loss to Texas A&M a learning experience that will pay off as soon as this weekend. Since Danny Gonzalez says the Lobos and Miners both will go in believing they're the better team.
They think they're as good as us or better. We think we're as good as them or better. So when you mentally going into a game, know that you've got no doubt in your mind you can win the game, just like UTEP has no doubt in their mind they can win the game. It'll be a great matchup. We did not have that on Saturday.
Really a tough test for us. We've spent a ton of time in the last 2 weeks getting ready for this game, preparing for that defense. You can't have enough time to prepare for them. They've done a great job. They also do a really nice job offensively, too.
He's right about that with Terry Wilson. The Lobos will try to rebound and sack the Miners in El Paso Saturday night in a 7 o'clock kickoff. And the Aggies of New Mexico State are also in action on Saturday night. They take on the Warriors at home in Las Cruces. Kickoff set for 6 p.m.
Tonight at UNM, fans taking in the women's soccer team's Mountain West Open against Wyoming. But the Lobos, they fall behind right away. Off the corner kick, the Cowgirls score in the 2nd minute to take a 1-0 lead, but the Lobos even it in the 13th minute. Molly Myers booms it into the net, and they're beginning to build some momentum. Still in the first half, Lobos ahead 2-1. Off the corner kick, there's a scramble in front, and then it's Molly Myers again. In the 22nd minute, that's their 4th goal in 2 games, number 5 on the season. The Lobos will storm to a 4-1 halftime lead and defeat Wyoming by that score to improve to 6-2.
Well, another look at Sky 7 over Los Lunas tonight. Coming up, a look at what's on tap for tomorrow. Here is a look at what's coming up tomorrow. Portales and Rio Grande facing off at 1 o'clock from Milne Stadium.
Also at 1, the Aztec Tigers take on St. Pius. That's at Newsenda Community Stadium. Then at 2, it's Albuquerque Academy, the Chargers, and the Escalante Lobos. The Chargers looking to move to 5-1 on the season.
5-1. We'll wrap things up too back at Milne Stadium with the Hatch Valley Bears and Hope Christian Huskies. That kickoff is set for 5. And Ron, the beautiful thing about all those games in town, I'll be at all of them. I'll have the highlights for everybody tomorrow night on Action 7 News.
She'll be wearing a cape. That's how you can recognize me. And we thank you again for watching another exciting week of high school football coverage here.
Of course, and we'll see you guys next week for Week 4 of a rundown of Week 7 of high school football.
Be well.